Before Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez were both multi-platinum recording artists, before Demi was hunting for aliens in the desert, or whatever they do in that show, I haven't watched it. There was an era in my childhood where the two were Disney Channel stars, and they were best friends. They were inseparable. They were making music together. They were in shows together. They had a weird online beef with Miley Cyrus together. I still don't know what that was about, but I wish influencer boxing existed at the time, dude. I would love to see them in the ring together. How crazy would that be? But most importantly, they made a movie together, and that movie is called Princess Protection Program. We're gonna be watching this movie today, and even though it's not very good, in fact, it's pretty darn bad, I think that it plays an important role in marking this moment in history where these two stars were as big as they were. This was also like peak Disney Channel original movie era, at least it was for me, because when this came out, I was a teenager, and everything was better when I was a teenager. If you played me that beginning riff with a little like, yeah, and asked me which Disney Channel original movie I thought it was, I would say all of them. I think that's how they all start. In this movie, Selena Gomez plays a girl named Carter. She works at her dad's bait shop, and the movie opens up with a popular boy from school coming to pick up some worms. Because this movie takes place in Louisiana.
How much?
No charge.
Great.
One of my biggest complaints with this movie is that it seems like they just didn't try at all to build the world that they're in. This movie takes place in Louisiana. Selena Gomez is supposed to be playing this southern fisher girl who works at her dad's bait shop, but she didn't alter any of her mannerisms. She was kind of just okay, tomboy, Louisiana. I'm thinking she would act a little something like Selena Gomez, baby, because that's what you're getting. In fact, it kind of seems like whoever wrote this movie decided that it was going to be set in Louisiana without ever having once been to Louisiana. It's like they just randomly picked a place. Nobody in this movie has a southern accent. Carter works at a bait shop, but we never see anybody actually fishing. It's kind of like this movie was written by AI that's only ever heard of Louisiana. The popular boy picks up worms at the bait shop and then goes to school from there and just takes the worms to school.
You and me, pal.
The classic cool parent in every Disney Channel original movie. You know, I always felt kind of jealous when I saw kids in movies have relationships like this with their parents, where they're all buddy-buddy and they're really good friends and they've got a cool secret handshake. But now I'm kind of I wonder what that would have done to me, to have a parent that instead of trying to hug me would just be like, all right, bro. Later, I'll see you tomorrow, bro. You're like, Dad, do we have health insurance? And he's just like, I don't know, bro. I only get health insurance for my kids. And you're my pal, right? Anyways, good luck with those, what did you say they were, shingles? That sucks, dude. Okay, so they're not trying very hard at all with the whole Louisiana thing, but Demi's character, Rosalina, or Rosie, is from a small, made-up Spanish-speaking country. Maybe they went a little bit harder building that world.
Princesa de Costa Luna. And you're walking and walking.
Okay, he's got an accent. He's still speaking English, but he has an accent.
Dimitri, my coronation is 1 month away.
And Rosie does not. Of course not. That would be confusing for the viewers. They'd be like, I thought Demi Lovato was in this movie. Who's this girl with an accent? Things start to get spicy in this movie when Rosie is doing a practice of her coronation where she's gonna become queen of this whole country. Right now, she's just princess. And during the rehearsal, this general shows up and just hurls a sword at the princess's head.
Let him step forward and be heard.
I don't know if he was aiming for the crown or if he was aiming for her head and he just missed, but either way, this is not good.
Costa Luna and Costa Estrella are two tiny countries who must unite and stand together against the world.
So this general is from another tiny made-up Spanish-speaking country, and he's here to take over this other tiny made-up Spanish-speaking country. Chaos ensues, fights break out, this guy slips in chocolate. It's weird how there are certain recurring themes in Disney Channel original movies. I did not think that getting covered in chocolate fondue would be one of them, but it's happened in 2 movies now. I guess dude slipping in chocolate fondue is just the perfect way to take an otherwise horrifying situation, a military coup, where your family may be murdered, and give it a comedic little twist. Huh, things can't be that bad if a guy's covered in chocolate. So here comes this guy to the rescue. This is actually Carter's dad. I know you probably didn't recognize him because when he met Rosie, he wasn't like, yo, what's up, bro? How's it going? Found it. He's part of the Princess Protection Program, and he was sent here to protect Rosie. And in my opinion, I think he should have sprung into action a little bit sooner. He was there the entire time and didn't do anything to help the princess until after the general had already thrown a sword at the princess's head. He's like, hold on a second. I gotta see how this plays out. I don't want to do anything too hasty. As a sword is exiting the back of the princess's skull. Okay, interesting. He doesn't even take his own sword out until everyone else is already like enthralled in a battle.
Who are you? Where are you taking me?
I'm here to protect you, but you need to trust me.
But what about my mother?
She's gonna meet us, but we need to hurry.
So the general takes Rosie away from the fight. He takes her down these stairs where you can see out the window and it's just like LA. It just looks like a regular city street. So I guess they just filmed this at like a Hilton or something. And they get on a helicopter and they fly away to a safe location. Okay guys, I gotta be honest, immediately I don't really know if I'm rooting for this princess. She was about to become queen of an entire country. Was she elected by the people? No. She was not. But yes, please, let's make an entire movie about protecting the bloodline of the throne. Making sure that the royal family stays genetically pure. Let's make a whole movie about that. Okay, to be fair, not that I think that this 16-year-old should be murdered over the whole thing. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. It's just, you know, who is this general? What are his policies? I don't know anything about him, except that he's got a great arm. Let me hear his plans for the two countries, and then I'll decide who I'm rooting for.
But the princessa is only a girl, madame. She will contact her mother. And when she does, I will bring her back to Costa Luna, where she will rot with her mother in a tiny dirt cell.
Okay, well, I guess this guy actually is pretty mean. I can see why they made him the villain. So now you're probably thinking, holy cow, dude, these are some insanely high stakes for a Disney Channel movie. A military coup? The queen is being held captive? This guy got chocolate on his clothes? I know, but they only get higher from here. Rosie is taken to this secret underground base, which is the headquarters for the Princess Protection Program. It's like a top secret organization. They keep princesses safe. They're funded by all the world's royal families. And Rosie gets this whole spiel about what they do.
This is Princess Shanta. Last January, Major Mason rescued her from a politically motivated coup. We have placed her where no one will find her. Let's just say she's a little farther north than she's used to.
Is she with people? Or like near any civilization at all? It looks like they just threw her into a frozen wasteland. How's that a help? She can't be the queen from there. No one will ever find her there. Not even us. We lost her.
What about me? Where are you sending me?
Nowhere yet. First, you must go through stage 3, transformation.
The crazy thing is, they never mention this in the movie, but there are so many princesses in this program. There's gotta be like 100 just in this base that are like getting ready to be sent to a different location. Is there some kind of like world war going on? Why are there so many princesses? I don't even think there's that many princesses in the world. How many princesses are there? Let me Google that. Okay, well this article says meet all the official princesses of the world, and there's 51 photos, each of one princess. So I'm guessing there's like 51 princesses in the world. There's gotta be like most of them. They're all in danger. This is a terrifying world they live in. So Rosalina's not sold on this thing right away. She's like, this is weird. In my head, I'd be thinking you guys obviously aren't doing a very good job if literally every princess in the world is under attack. Maybe be a little more proactive with your approach instead of only helping after a spear has already been thrown at the princess.
Princess, I'm sorry, but General Kane has taken control of your country and assumed command of its government.
But I must go back.
And you will, as soon as we find a legal way to remove him.
A legal way to remove him? He tried to kill the princess. How about arrest him?
General Kane is hoping you'll contact her so he'll know where to find you.
What if he does find me?
He'll make an example of you by sending you to prison or a work farm.
Oh my god, this is so dark. Remember when Demi's character in Camp Rock just wanted to rock out at Camp Rock? In this movie, she's like, I hope my mom and I don't die in a work camp.
You're going to camp.
Work.
What?
Lucky for Rosie, she's not getting sent to Antarctica like that one girl. She's getting sent to high school. That's my impression of probably what the trailer for this movie said.
Who are you? Rosie. Okay, so what are you doing here? Oh, Major Mason gave me this room.
That's right, Rosie is sent to live with General Mason at their house with Carter. And when Carter meets Rosie, she is very confused.
Major Mason gave me this room. He did, huh?
Carter, I didn't have a choice. She doesn't trust anybody but me.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I'm pretty confused about what this guy's role is. He's like a general in the Princess Protection Program, and he's never helped protect a princess before. Either way, Carter is not taking kindly to this whole hanging out with a princess thing.
You have made other sleeping arrangements?
Look, the room is not yours. It's ours.
we share it.
She's pretty cold to her immediately. See, if that was me, I'd be being a lot nicer to the literal princess of a country, you know? She's got a lot of power, and if this whole coup doesn't go through, she's gonna become queen. And when she does, you're gonna wanna be friends with her, all right? This is like that show Undercover Boss. They always get like a gift at the end for being nice to the boss, if they're nice to the boss. But you know the entire time that she's the boss. Don't you think at the end of this whole thing, she's gonna be like, oh my God, thank you so much for helping me out. During my time living with you, I've learned how much worms mean to you. You're the worm girl. So I've had my people cultivate 1 million worms just for you. Here they come. Here they come in a helicopter. Once Rosie gets settled in Louisiana, she stops acting like a normal person like she did when she was in her home country and starts acting like a robot. I guess that's just like the direction that Demi was given of how you're supposed to act like an awkward princess. Just act like a robot. Carter goes in to bring Rosie some pizza and she's just sitting on the bed like a robot that has entered low power mode. And now it's time for them to go to high school? They tell Rosie with like 2 minutes notice that she's going to high school today.
Don't be shy, Rosie.
Grab whatever looks good.
Bus is here. You coming? Where are we going? School. You're 16, you go to school. School.
You know, for an international military agency, they're super lax about a lot of the rules and details. Oh yeah, go ahead and eat whatever you want, and oh, by the way, you are going to high school for the first time ever in about, 30 seconds. Don't stand out or they're gonna kill you and your mom. It kind of seems like they don't give these girls any training on how to survive in their new habitat. Makes me actually a lot more worried for that girl they put in Antarctica. I really want an update on her at the end of the movie. She's just like frozen in a block of ice. They're like, yeah, we're still kind of working out the kinks of this program. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Okay, Rosie, you're going to high school for the first time. Don't stand out.
Would this be the queen?
Obviously not, Ed.
Maybe this is the queen.
Well, technically no. Not yet, anyway.
Great. She goes into the line at the cafeteria and she's like, I don't know what a hamburger is. And then she goes to sit down and eat the hamburger and she's like, I don't know how to eat a hamburger. This movie is mostly just Rosie sticking out like a sore thumb in a variety of fun and wacky ways because she's a princess and has never been to American high school. One day, Carter tries to get Rosie to do her worm counting chore for her and she screws that up.
Carter, what's Rosie doing in the bait shop?
Chores? Dad.
Rosie!
I love that she's just laying perfectly still when they find her. She's just accepted her fate. She's like, I'm a worm now. I was a princess and now I'm a worm. The general will never find me here. She looks more comfortable with the worms than she did in the cafeteria. She's like, oh yeah, I'm used to this. Worm time? Yeah, we used to do this all the time back in the castle, dude. We would get wet and slimy and our bones would get all squishy and we'd just slither around in the mud like a princess. Carter and Rosie still aren't getting along, so Rosie decides maybe to smooth things over, she can cook a nice home-cooked meal for Carter and her dad. This does not smooth things over. It roughens things. Under.
What's all this?
A proper dinner. To thank you for helping me clean up the mess that I made in your shop of bugs. Arroz con pollo alla fiore.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds kind of fancy. Why don't we just order pizza?
Carter is so mean. This princess's mom might be dead. Eat her rice.
Would you like a roll?
You made rolls too? I had no idea.
Yes. Wow. Must be nice to play peasant for a day. Would you excuse me?
Excuse me, I'm gonna go order a hit on this asshole.
You do not know me, Carter. No kidding. I'm from a small island nation called Costa Luna. Never heard of it. It is not on most maps.
It's not on most maps. If it's not even on maps, you can't really blame Carter for not knowing you, right? She's like, you don't know anything about me. How dare you not know my country that there is literally no record of existing? Also, how small is this country? Because there's some pretty friggin' small countries out there and they're still on maps. Is there like a dozen people in this country? This country is just her mom, and then the general who's trying to kill both of them.
It is very small, very unimportant to large countries, but very important to me.
Yeah, I'm just sort of sentimental like that. The island nation that I was about to assume total control over is pretty important to me.
1 month before my coronation, our palace was attacked. Your father was very brave.
Could have been braver. Later on, Rosie actually starts to stand out, but in a good way. They're at a bowling alley, and I guess even though Rosie didn't know what burgers or worms are because she's a princess, apparently she's a freak at bowling.
Impossible.
confusing as hell. How is she so good at bowling? Is this like her country's national pastime? Also, why is it such a big deal? She gets 1 strike, which is something that like most people who have gone bowling have done at least once in their life. And the whole bowling alley starts clapping for her. Eventually, they're all like standing and clapping because she's doing such a great job. This means everything to them. Yes. Guys, I think that girl just bowled a strike. My heavens. Someone's finally done it. Do my eyes deceive me? How did you do that? Oh, I don't know. I just throw the ball down the alley. Pretty straight. Whoa, 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 whoa. You threw that thing? Yeah, that's what bowling is. Isn't that dangerous? We've been at it for years, and you just come in here and know how to bowl on your first try? Yeah, that's not the hard part of bowling. Nobody's ever tried to throw the ball here before? Oh, one guy did. And he died. Oh. Ball landed on his head. Yeah, you're supposed to throw it forwards, not up. Okay. Hey, guys! I'm gonna try to throw the ball too, like that weird girl. Oh shit, all right. Amazing. Let's go. Let's see Oh, fuck. Oh, you lied. She bowls so well that the popular girls at school start like getting mad at her and being like, she's stealing our spotlight.
She is getting really popular. The vote is on Monday. We can't let her get more popular than we are.
This is truly a twist I did not expect in this movie. The princess is absolutely cracked, my lord. Rosie is so good at bowling and nothing else that she gets elected to be one of the 3 homecoming princesses. The social hierarchy at the school is insane. The school only wants one thing and it's fucking disgusting.
I want to make a difference. To do something more important with your life? Yes. You know, you're different than I thought a princess would be.
Yeah, I sort of thought princesses all knew how to act normal and talk to other people like a human being. You're like a robot, and also you're like insane at bowling. You're like a robot that was designed to do nothing but bowl.
Insert ball.
Yeah, see, like that definitely confirms my theory. The villain in this movie, aside from the evil general trying to kill her, is one of the popular girls who wants to be elected as the homecoming queen, which I feel like I'm a broken record saying this, but this is the plot to every Disney Channel movie. I don't know why in Disney Channel movies the homecoming court is such a big deal. I don't remember in high school people caring that much about it. I certainly don't remember it being grounds to help with a political assassination. That's right, the popular girls start helping the general.
Princess Rosalinda? No way.
This is a crazy twist. So the popular girls find out that Rosie is being hunted by a foreign militia, and they're just gonna expose her anyway. They're like, oh, okay. That makes our problems way easier. We can just sort of get this foreign dignitary assassinated, and then I'll be homecoming queen. They're pretty much gonna solve our problems for us. This is great. Also, what are the odds that this country is so small it's not even on maps? And yet the very first Spanish magazine this girl opens has like an entire story about the political goings on in this country.
She's not who she says she is. She's Princessa Rosalinda. Good work, Brookie. Thanks, Chelsea. I have the perfect plan.
This is wild, dude. Imagine getting bullied so hard in high school that you got assassinated. It really puts things into perspective, man. I had it easy in high school.
General Kane is forcing my mother into marriage.
Father's never gonna let you go back.
He'll never know. I have a duty to my people, and this is something that you'll never understand. I've loved living here in Louisiana.
Okay, now I know the writers of this movie have never been to Louisiana.
And I wish my life could be like this every day. You think my life as a princess is some fairy tale?
Damn. Maybe I've been a little hard on monarchs. Here I thought they were just born unfathomably rich with unlimited power, but deep down they all just want to live in rural Louisiana with this girl. If only they could like use their power to just do that. Anyway, it's time to go to homecoming. The girls get all dressed up in their beautiful dresses for homecoming, and who better to deliver those dresses than the bus driver from earlier in the movie, who we've seen like one time. Don't know why she's involved in all this. Ah yes, the ceremonial delivering of the homecoming dresses by the bus driver.
How do I look, Dad?
I think we have a problem. I may have to stop calling you pal.
Why? What the fuck is that line supposed to mean? This is her dad. I may stop having to friend zone you. Dude, what the hell? What? So because of the popular girls, the general is going to come to the homecoming dance and try to steal Rosie and bring her back to the country where she's from. But Carter comes up with this plan to give him the old switcheroo. So he'll take Carter instead so that Rosie can enjoy her homecoming experience. I don't know why she doesn't just tell her dad, who's literally in charge of protecting the princess, but either way, their plan does not work at all, and the only reason that they don't both get sent to a work farm somewhere is because Carter's dad ends up showing up anyway and saving the day. And they all live happily ever after. Rosie ends up becoming queen of her country. So can we get a little party for the bloodline maintaining the throne? Let's go. That's what Papa likes to see. And that's the end of the movie. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this Disney Channel original experience. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg, and I'll see you next time.